Welcome back to the Ball Knowers podcast.
Ball Knowers Podcast, episode 2. And I got to say this, Ian, early on, reviews of Ball Knower Podcast 1, there weren't a lot of them, but it was a good show.
You know, it's tough breaking into the sports media realm. I'm sure within no time, probably after 3 videos, we're going to blow up and be the number one pod in America. But for now, we're just
True.
plugging away
We're going to keep grinding.
and giving you some great content that you're not seeing on other pods.
Yeah, for sure. And I like this topic today. Tell the Ball Knowers crowd what we got today. I'm pretty
All right,
juiced about this one.
what we're going into today, we're going to go over the 5 players in Major League Baseball currently that we both absolutely fucking hate and
Yes.
never play an extra inning of baseball ever again. And the world is
Yes.
a better place if they never touch baseball again.
Yes. And I got to say this too, because obviously I'm wearing the Mets cap. And you said it last time, I am a big Mets guy. I did go into this not trying to just choose mortal enemies of the Mets, but more of like a snapshot of the MLB and just be like, listen, I think this is the good for everybody. Let's call it a day. Let's hang up the cleats. Let's move on.
Well, okay, my list is a little bit different than yours. Mine's very subjective, and when I see these players on my TV screen, I want to end my life and theirs simultaneously.
All right. Well, that's a different vibe than I went with, but I'm excited for it. So let me, you want to go 1v1v1? Just keep
Yeah,
ripping
yeah.
back and forth.
We'll start with number 5 and work ourselves down, and then we'll toss in. Well, we'll go with the honorable mention first if you have it, because I have mine.
No, I'll save mine for the end in case we get the same one.
Okay, all right. So if you want to lead us off with number 5 here, who you cannot absolutely stand.
All right, so my number 5, who I absolutely at this point cannot stand, and I kind of took it from the chance of being like, I also feel like I have a spot where this person may actually be done very, very soon. I'm a big anti Charlie Morton guy. Uncle Charlie, get him off my planet. He's
I don't know. He's
40.
been kind of ripping it up last like
I
four or
know
five games. He's
he's
up
on
and
the
still 100
Orioles.
miles an hour.
I cannot stand the fact, and I get it. It's a Uncle Charlie. It's a sick name. He's got a sick curveball. He's like 6'9". I he's I get how people can like him, but the fact that he's still pitching in the major leagues at 41 years old is driving me nuts. And I just hate seeing people who play baseball for as long as he has still continually showing up and acting like it's like so easy to do. Like I just want him to be done playing baseball so it can't be like how can a 41-year-old still be pitching in the major leagues? Because if you're in any other sport, sans like LeBron, seeing older athletes, they always are just a joke. And for some reason in baseball, it's like this thing that we like put on a pedestal. We're like, oh, Charlie Morton still got it. It's like, how? Get
It
him out of
reminds
the
me of an
league.
old Met. Was it Latroy or Leroy Hawkins, who's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
peppering it in there like age 47?
yes.
You
And
know what?
those
That's very funny is coming from a Mets fan because you guys are notorious for picking
notorious.
videos. All right,
Yep.
Fat Tolo Colon,
Oh
uh,
no, yeah.
Moises Alou,
Julio Franco.
Julio Franco. You
Yeah,
are
just ancient.
notorious for
Gary
bringing.
Sheffield,
Yep, just
900 years
notorious.
old. And I just hate seeing it because like as a baseball guy, as a ball knower, you want to like be able to pump up baseball and be like, no, guys, these guys are athletes. They grind it. And Charlie Morton probably is a decent athlete, but I'm so sick of watching old people play baseball still.
Are you
So Charlie,
anti like the guys like dragging it on just to not that Albert was
stat pile.
yeah, are you like anti Albert Pujols his last like 4 years?
No,
And
I'm not anti it because I get it at the time where it's like I at least appreciate
what
like
about Derek Jeter? What about Derek Jeter circa 2014? You're like, get this guy out of the league too.
well, yeah, that one was driving me nuts because he was just playing for accolades every single day. Yeah, I don't know the way it lands with me. Just Charlie Morton. I'm sick of seeing his tall, slender,
All
little.
right, enough on Charlie Morgan. Let's bump it.
All right, take it away.
All right, I went basic bitch for number 5. I think universally, which I don't actually, it was
It's gonna
universal.
be my number one. Yeah,
Jose Altuve.
yeah, he was my number one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, come on. You don't have to ruin your number one, but it's just like, come on.
Yeah,
You clearly was cheating. No one was buying the whole tattoo excuse.
nope.
And every single person that ever got caught cheating in baseball has been exterminated and never seen from again. And yet we're supposed to act like he's some amazing player, which to his credit, but
He is good.
or any other player, like he has continued to be a good baseball player, although he was
Yes,
simply a liability in left field this year.
he is. That's why I put him as my number one. Is because like truly like I'm sick of watching him play baseball, but watching him play left field and trying to make it seem like he knows what he's doing is actually an incredible watch.
Yep.
So,
He can still
uh,
hit, so whatever. All right. What do
yeah.
you got for number four?
My number four, this one hits Mets realm, but I feel like there's other people out there would feel like similarly. I put in Paul Sewald. I don't know if you recall this story. He's a reliever. He came up with the Mets, Paul Sewald, and he had like an electric season with the D-Bags or the Mariners a while ago, pitching against the Mets. Pitching against the Mets, he's actually on the D-Bags now, I know. Pitching against the Mets, comes off the field, and there's a Mets fan that just fucking hammers him. And they go, Paul Sewell, you're a fucking joke. And they start ripping him in half. And he went up to um, the reporters after the game and was like, "Yep, classic Mets fan." He goes, "That's why I couldn't, I couldn't handle it. Like that franchise, those fans. I just never want to be a part of it." He was 1-14 with like a 5.6 ERA for the Mets, and it's just like it drives me bananas that like he is now pivoted and he's doing pretty well. He's
Was didn't
pivoted.
wait, didn't Frank the Tank call him out? Like he made
Yep,
like 30 saves in a row, got
yep.
called by Frank the Tank, and then just pooped his pants the rest of the
Yep.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is I hate the idea that like he was just a bad player for the Mets and then he was just like, "Oh yeah, it's the fans. The fans was my problem with it." Get out of town. Players like that don't deserve to be in baseball. Boo. Get out of here. I'm sick of people like that. Paul Sewell, take a seat.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair number four pick. At my number four, I got Drake Cronenworth in the Crone Zone. I
Okay.
am sick and tired of watching this guy attempt to play baseball. This is what infuriates me. And it's something that the Padres and the Braves have done at the same time. Except the Braves actually won a championship, so like I'll give them the applaud. It worked out for them. But they have guys come up, they have amazing half a year, maybe a year and a half, and they're like, "Oh, dude, here's a lifetime contract. Take it." And
Yep.
I'm like, "Oh, of course, I'm gonna take $150 million. I'm 22 years old. I'm an all-star. Like I love playing here." Blah 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 blah. He wouldn't even start for the Toledo Mud Hens. That's how bad he is. And every night you have to sit there and watch him play second base or first base for the San Diego Padres, batting 220 with like a 670 OPS. And he's making, I think, like $20 million a year. And I think his contract's for another 4 or 5 years still. It's absolutely brutal watching him play baseball. It's similar as like a player like DJ LeMahieu, who's way past his prime now, just
Yep.
eating up innings at second base. I think the Yankees said it yesterday. It was like the only reason he's on the field is because of his contract.
Yeah, he also almost got thrown out at first from right field yesterday, and would have been an electric moment.
Yeah.
But yes, he is the Jay Cronenworth effect.
And it's just my hatred for Padres players in general and the way that the announcers talk about them. The Crone Zone,
Yeah.
below average fielder. And it's essentially Jed Jericho 2.0, except Jed Jericho holds a place in my heart.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
I like that. I'm gonna honestly spin it, and this is just convenient how it works into it. You said you have hatred for the Braves and the Padres, and you don't like the way they spin. This one genuinely might be the one that I nail in the fact that he genuinely may never play another inning of baseball in his whole life. And I have he just because he just got DFA'd not too long ago, Jason Hayward. I
yeah, no,
true
it's the end for him. It's the end.
Yeah, it's gotta be because watching him still swing a baseball bat the way he does, I just never the way they brought him up for the Braves, the J-Head kid,
He
right
was the
fielder,
hometown kid.
hometown kid, right fielder, lefty, had a bit of a hose. Watching him swing a baseball bat though, from the second he came up to now has always been infuriating because he takes like this side swipes like lefty swing and
Yep.
it's always driven me bananas. He's always been like a mediocre player that got fluffed way too high. And the fact that he's still somehow in baseball up until 2 weeks ago drove me nuts
Not
seeing him
only
still.
still in baseball, but having like career years at age 37 with the Dodgers, like the
Yeah.
past three,
Yep.
well, however far long he's been there.
Yep. Yep. And then he just got DFA'd. So he might be hanging up the cleats and I'm glad for it.
He is
But I
doing the
just
classic, like, oh, I'll play for the Dodgers, be really good, and then the Padres sign me, I'm gonna suck asshole.
yes, yes.
But I
I
love
bet I could see him getting picked up like to end the season, maybe by some team just to like help with like outfield depth or something for a playoff run or injury. But I can't. Jason Hayward always been top of my list of not watching baseball, and I'm glad that he'll be hanging up soon.
I'm sure he'll be back.
Hope not.
He'll be okay. Well, yeah, that's the point of this list. At number three. Now, I this was a tough one for me because I actually almost enjoy it at times, but Carlos Rodon really fucking
Okay.
annoys me. Really fucking annoys me because yesterday, pitching against the Mets, I think it was the leadoff hitter. Hits one like, or was it this, was it today? I mean, I was watching the highlights from today. I don't know.
No, no, no. It was
Yesterday.
yesterday's game.
Yeah, yesterday's day where like leadoff hitter, I think it was Marte, like hits like a lazy fly ball into the gap in left field. Jason Dominguez and like Trent Grisham, like they're both running after it pretty hard. Like they realize they're not going to get to it, so they kind of take their sweet time. Pretty sure Marte makes a double out of it, and you just see Rodon's like they do a camera shot from home plate, and you see the ball hit the ground, and you see Rodon. What the? And what infuriates about me is he literally acts like the 12-year-old coach's kid who anytime he gives up like a hit or a walk or like a ball doesn't go his way and it should be called a strike, he fucking unravels. And I don't understand how he pitches for the New York Yankees. Because innings like 1 through 4, this guy is a this guy's Randy Johnson out there. He's a Hall of Famer. And honestly, I would tie this in. I almost put him instead with Steven Matz. The exact same thing. I think it was yesterday watching give Steven Matz give up a dong to Suzuki, I believe it was. Pitched like great 3 innings in relief otherwise, but you see him hit this home run. As soon as the ball comes at bat, he turns around and he's furious. Like these guys have no ability to retain their own emotions at times when there's no need to freak out.
Yeah.
Like if you're pissed at an umpire, you wait until you're taken out of the game. You go yell at him. You go get ejected. Like that's the end of it. You know, or you don't yell at your teammates mid play while you have
No.
like then you're gonna unravel and poop your pants, which is exactly what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's a good one.
but I also kind of enjoyed it at the same time. But I'd be furious if he was on my team.
Yeah. He's yeah, you hate him or you love him.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anyone actually likes him. I just enjoy him freaking out, but he should not be a major league player.
He's making so much money too. Um, okay. My number two. And I feel like he is strictly a gimmick player. He's just a gimmick guy, and I'm over him. I'm sick of him seeing him on a baseball field. I wish I'd never see him again. And that's Brandon Marsh. Him and his hair and the way that he dunks it in the water and makes it seem like he is Fabio. I am so fucking sick of seeing him do it. They do this at every broadcast. I feel like I've seen him play recently. Is they do this thing of always watching him dunk the. He takes a cup of water, dumps it in his hair, flips it around, then puts his ball cap on, and goes out every single inning.
I didn't
He
realize he did
does it.
every inning. I just thought maybe like he
He
showered really close to
no,
game time and then
no,
like it
Ian.
stayed wet.
He intentionally keeps the hair wet, and it drives me bananas. It just he to me, and I feel like I would like him. He's a grinder, but
Is he
he's
is he
so
good defensively?
truly. I don't know. He could
Because he
be.
bats ninth, right? He
Yeah.
bats ninth. He's not like an amazing hitter.
No, I either take him or leave him, guy. I just can't. Every single time I see him run on the field, or he's always messing with it too. I just want him either get a haircut or retire. Maybe he just needs a haircut, and I'll be fine with him. But it's so infuriating to watch him do it.
Yeah, maybe you can send him to the Yankees or well, they don't cut hair anymore, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
brutal.
Yeah, that's a good one. I haven't watched him play recently, but every time I notice the wet hair, I'm like, yeah,
It's
good man.
every time.
This
Yeah,
is
you
this
would think it's like, oh, the guy takes a really long shower and he like puts product to keep it wet. Nope, just a cup of water every inning and runs out there like an idiot. Because
do you
when he
think
doesn't when he doesn't play, Ian, he's sitting on the side. The last game I
still
saw him
doing
play,
it?
no, he doesn't do it.
Do you
He
think the
only does it.
teammates are like, hey Brandon, you mind getting like a base hit today instead of like whatever the fuck you're doing over
Fucking
there?
around with their hair. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I'm not sure.
Okay, my last two. They definitely are maybe major league players, but the height that these two players receive and the way they're talked about. Now, one of them's kind of hated, but the way they're talked about just really fucking annoys me. So at talent level, like they probably deserve to play Major League Baseball, what just gets me is the way they're talked about. And so at number two, I have Anthony Volpe.
Okay.
The fact that he is the starting shortstop for the New York Yankees is just absolutely abysmal.
Yep.
Like his torpedo bat thing works to like right center, while he's at home, but he's terrible defensively. And
Hmm.
he's talked about like he's like some top 5 shortstop in the AL, and he's average to below average at best. He's a
Agreed.
serviceable shortstop. who should be an eight hitter, and maybe probably playing second base with how he fields, in all honesty. And shortstop, I think, in my opinion, outside of catcher, is the hardest position in baseball. And it's really hard to find a good defensive shortstop. Really
I,
hard.
I found a stat the other day on Anthony Volpe while they were playing the Mets. He leads the Major League Baseball in
Errors.
runners left on base. He's left 173 runners on base this season.
Yeah, it just infuriates me watching him play.
Yeah,
It really does. Because like because it's going like a week. I think it's more New York sports media is like he'll go on a stretch for like a week and be tearing it up. Everyone's like, holy fuck, Anthony Volpe's hot as as fucking anybody on earth right now. And you're looking at his stats, he's batting like 295. And you're like, okay,
yeah,
what are we doing here?
yeah. That's
He
nuts.
doesn't make an error for 3 games. Like, look at this Gold Glover out here. He's crushing it.
Yeah, nuts.
That, that really bothers me. So that's all I got.
Yeah,
That's all I got to say about the Italian style at shortstop.
yep. My number one I already said was Jose Altuve, but I'll pivot it to a fan favorite, but truly like I'm ready to be done with it. Is Freddie Freeman? I feel like it's a love hate
I
with.
think that was like the first like, actually good player we've both said.
Yeah, I love Freddie. I really do. I think he's a good guy, but I do hate his guts. He's just such a good baseball player that he's truly infuriating to watch because I don't like last season, the postseason, he's got the toe that doesn't work, and this guy's beating out ground balls with a broken foot. He never strikes out. I feel like in big moments, he's just got that dumb smile. He's had that stupid face for the entire time he's been in the MLB, and I like him as a baseball player, but I hate him as a person, and I'd like for him to stop playing baseball.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I just remember to turn this to dual screen. Otherwise, people are just gonna see my face in the corners the whole time. But yeah, I agree with the on the Freddie Freeman stuff. But I will say, if I was gonna hate a Dodger more, in a good player, I can't stand Shohei Ohtani.
No, really, I kind of like Shohei.
I can't stand him. I'm not impressed by your 50-50 season being a DH. I think being a DH is the most pussy way to play baseball. The NL shouldn't even have a DH. That's my old man opinion. And unfortunately,
That's right.
you shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame as a DH because you don't even play the field. Um, but for my number one, I have domestic terrorist number one, Lars Nootbaar. I
I knew this was going to be your
fucking
answer.
hate Lars Nootbaar. No one cares. No one cares that you were like the sixth best player on Team Japan in the World Baseball Classic. No one cares. We get it. You were friends with Shohei Ohtani. How about you get a fucking base hit, dude? You're batting 220 and now you're being forced to play left field because you're not even that good at defense anymore. What are you doing? I really do think he's maybe like a fourth or fifth outfielder, but the fact that he starts infuriates me. And every time I see his face on the TV, I legitimately want to break my screen. I cannot stand watching him play baseball. He's extremely streaky. He has terrible plate discipline, and there's only one pitch he can hit. He literally can only hit the low and end pitch. It's so infuriating. Every pitch is like, oh, dude, all I gotta do is fastball up and like change up low and away. This guy's cooked. If they miss their spot, oh, maybe he gets a single to right field. That's all he gives you. He's atrocious. And
Yeah,
for some reason, people love his name. I get no. So he gets that. He gets that. Which that sucks about some players is like when they're like the same thing happened with Ha Sung Kim. Ha Sung Kim. Like people love saying like a cool name. So
yeah, they do.
you get the aura by having a cool name but not being a good baseball player. And Lars Nootbaar is unfortunately one of those players, and he should not be playing in Major League Baseball.
I knew that was going to be your one, even going into it. You're not a Lars guy.
Oh, fuck me.
I got one honorable mention.
Go for it.
All right, my one honorable mention again, another guy that I used to feel like I used to love, but now seeing him play because of the way he's like transformed as he's gotten older, it's just been brutal to watch, and he's truly infuriating. Is Giancarlo Stanton? This
The
guy's swing,
elbows. The elbows. I mean, that's a crazy. I mean, just let him go in peace, man. Come on.
yeah, the elbows, the way his swing is closed off completely now. He can't hit an outside slider to save his life, and then watching him run as well is truly just like it's just embarrassing for the sport. I loved the guy when he was in Miami. When he hit nukes, it was just the funnest thing alive. And it's just one of those things that's kind of like overstayed its welcome. So John Carlo can go as well.
Yeah, we hit a monster postseason last year.
He just truly infuriates me watching him swing a bat. I don't know if you've seen it.
All right, so my last one of my honorable mention as a Marlins fan is anybody who plays center field over Dane Myers. I if I turn on the game and I see that Dane Myers is not in center field or playing in the game, I'm like, I want to murder Chris McCullough. I don't understand it. The guy's batting 290, and I think he might like lead the NL in like defensive run saves in center field. It's crazy how this guy's been able to turn his career around after being a pitcher and now being an amazing center fielder. And I think he's him and I don't know, he might not after today anymore, but him and Kyle Stowers are the only two guys in the pot or on the Marlins with an above 800 OPS. And
That's nuts.
for some reason, Dane Myers doesn't play every day. When I truly don't. They're like, oh, the righty lefty man. Dude, fuck that. Get
Just
the
get the
get
guy
the
at the
guy in the
hands.
fucking lineup, dude.
Yeah,
Like, while he was in New York at the beginning of the year making all this crazy, like the one where he runs full speed in and basically almost breaks his neck is one of the sickest catchers I've ever seen. I don't
yeah.
care about Denzel Clark being Spider-Man. I want to see somebody threaten being in a wheelchair the rest of their life to catch a baseball.
That's what we
That's what it fucking means to be in the major leagues, baby.
agreed.
So,
Agreed.
that's all I gotta say. Those are the players I absolutely cannot stand. Hope you
Yeah.
guys enjoyed the pod, and we'll see you guys next week.
Hey, see you next week. Episode 2 in the books.